Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel and happy 2020. So I'm back with another one after quite the hiatus. Well, it wasn't really that much of a hiatus because the last time I posted was sometime in December, and I was supposed to come back earlier. It's just that 2020 has been slightly crazy for me, so I had to prioritize and just tell myself that I need to focus on what is important right now, and I will come back to YouTube. But I'm back. I snapped out of it, got to my senses, and I'm back. So today the video that I have is not necessarily a tutorial, not going to be anything travel related or anything specific, but it will be related to things that I learned in 2019, and these are things that I am going to ensure that I always be cognizant of, so that I don't make or repeat certain mistakes ever again, hopefully. Before I do that, I just want to welcome my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing, and to my golden oldies, I see you and I appreciate you. Keep at it. So as per usual, if you are watching this and you are already halfway through, I feel like you should just commit. Don't be on the fence about whether or not I should be part of this relationship. Just commit. Just jump, take the risk, and then we'll see where it takes us. I just want to talk about just 5 key things that I've learned in 2019, and these can actually be things that you can think of about any area of your life, but I am going to specifically contextualize it to hair. I think it'll just make sense to contextualize it to a specific scenario. So yeah. So the first thing, by the way, if you see me looking this way, it's because I wrote them down so that this can be quick and to the point. Yeah. Anyway, so the first thing that I learned in 2019 is the importance of simplifying your regimen. So, am I still in focus? Yes, I am. So, is the importance of simplifying your regimen. And that has helped me to ensure that I stick to what works. Obviously, when you're starting out, there are certain things that you might be trying left, right, and center, and it may take a while for you to actually realize what works. But it is important to ensure that you are simplifying your regimen and making sure that whatever it is that you are doing with your hair or even with your skin, the simpler the better. There is no need for you to do things that are unnecessary and things that you have possibly seen that they're not doing anything to your hair. So no gimmicks, just simplify your regimen. Very, very key. So the second thing that I learned is to learn from my mistakes very, very quickly. We all know the saying, fail fast, fail forward. And that is actually very key and very important in every area of your life. But in the context of hair, for instance, if you're starting out with your natural hair journey, ensure that whatever you try, whatever products you are trying or methods that you are trying or techniques, make sure that you are present enough and you are observant enough to see whether or not it's working. That way you will see whether or not you should actually continue. If you just do things because other people are doing it, then you won't really see whether or not this is actually valuable for your hair. So one thing I learned is to make sure that learn from mistakes very, very quickly. And one of the biggest mistakes that I've done, or that I did do, was that in 2018 I was overdoing over manipulation. And although my hair was growing, it was growing, but my hairline was like juices, and that was a problem, and I realized that a bit later on in the year, when my hairline was actually starting to show signs of we are out of here. And when I started seeing that, I was like, okay, I need to just back it up a bit and quickly just stop doing what I am doing. So it's very important to ensure that you are very much observant with what it is that the mistakes that you are making. do it as early and as quickly as possible to avoid even bigger mistakes that might be worse off for your hair. The third thing that I learned which is something that I do enjoy doing in any case, is do your research. So for instance, I'll make an example with how eggs, a lot of people love using eggs on their hair and many other products. Let's DIYs basically. A lot of people love doing DIYs, and for instance, people will use eggs on their hair because, you know, it is a great source of protein. However, and I've done that before, I've used eggs on my hair because, you know, it's a great source of protein and our hair is made out of protein, so it's a nice way to kind of replenish that protein. But something that I realized through some research is that protein that is not hydrolyzed is not as effective on your hair. So it's not small enough to basically penetrate your hair. And instead, if you are just doing whatever and you think it's going to add value to your hair, it might not necessarily do that in the long run or in a sustainable manner. Instead, it's just a short-term fix which might not be valuable going forward. So do your research about the products that you use for your hair, for your skin. So for instance, there are certain things that I would just not do. There are certain popular techniques that people use for their skin, but it's things that I just, nah, I am not about that life. And for me, it works. And if it works, you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So the fourth thing, this is actually an obvious one, but it's also very important, is don't compare your journey to somebody else's journey simply because their hair is much longer than yours, or it's thicker than yours, or it has a better curl pattern than yours. Number one, you don't know what this person eats. I mean, we all know you are what you eat, and it does contribute to the health of our hair, the health of our skin, the health of our overall body. Number two, you don't know the genetic makeup of this person. So here you are asking yourself, wow, I have been natural for 5 million years. This person has been natural for 2 seconds, but their hair is already waist length. You don't know what their genetic makeup is. You don't know what they eat. You don't know if they take supplements or not, which all can be contributors towards how your overall health looks. So don't compare your journey to someone else. Just make sure that when you are cognizant of what you are doing, and you just stick to that. And the last one is just be patient. Be patient, guys. Be patient and also be intentional. For instance, we always want fast results. We always want a quick fix, and we want it now. That is obviously not going to work. Just be patient, you know. And while you're patient, just be intentional. And as things progress, you'll see the results. You will reap whatever it is that you've been sowing, and you know, you will harvest. So, I mean, we need to also understand that the process of any type of growth differs from person to person. So one person, whatever growth that they're experiencing might be quicker than another person, but you don't know what it is that they are doing to basically quicken that process. So we just need to be patient and intentional with your hair. Again, all these things can actually filter onto any area of our life, and I hope that this was actually quite helpful. These are things that we hear about all the time in any case, but so I thought that I would share them as it's things that have really impacted me in general, and they've helped me to make sure that I am aware of what it is that I'm doing and the impact that it has on everything about my journey. So I wanted to just share a quick little video before I start shoving other content into your throats. Well, technically not your throats, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so I hope that you guys do enjoy this video. Maybe you can also share what you've learned about your own journey, and if there are any similarities with mine, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.